Okay, so just the gist of what the campaign really is all about and where we were coming from when we put this together. So as what RD Charlene said kanina, no, that very important talaga yung nangyari for the past 2 years, wherein we saw how distressed the OFWs were. We also saw a lot of balikbayans wanting to come home and not being able to come home. So we really wanted to put this campaign together because we want to be able to welcome them back, no? We want to welcome them back home. And I think when you come home, there's always one thing that you want to look for, and basically the OFW said that kanina in the video. They want the food, they want the Filipino food, they want comfort, of course, di ba? At saka gusto nila pag dumating sila dito sa Manila, obviously they want to be able to feel welcome. I think there is no other hotel, that can really welcome them more than us, because kami from Mega World, we're one of the largest actually homegrown brand in the Philippines. We are 11 properties, 2 hotels right now are launching this campaign because we want to be able to welcome them back home via our Filipino hospitality. And I think there's no other way to really make anyone feel that hospitality, especially kung yung mga taong nagsaservice sa'yo, naging OFW din. No? So, I for one became an OFW, okay, in my younger years, which was not really a long time ago. Okay, I'd like to say that. Okay, and of course, Mayan here also was an OFW. You cannot really count with your hands how many staff we have in these 2 hotels of ours who have become OFWs. Naranasan nila yung nararanasan ng mga OFWs, di ba, Mayan? Feel namin yon, no? So, I think there's no other hotel who can welcome them back more compared to us, because we were in their shoes before. So this is the reason why we're putting together this campaign, which I have to say is very close to my heart because I was once there. Okay?
Thank you very much, Ms. Lalette. Do you want to add, Ms. Bobby?
I think this campaign inspires what we also see every day in our hotels. No, being nearest to the airport, I think we have that advantage of our location to be top of mind. So why not harness and all the more capitalize on it? Kasi nakikita namin talaga siya every day. You'd see in our lobby, families who are just waiting, and when their loved ones come, makikita mo talaga sinasalubong. So we go, this is a good way to give back to our OFW and make them feel more welcome when they come home after the long years that they've been away and been working hard alone.
Right. Thank you very much, Ms. Bobby. Ms. Mayan, maybe you want to add as well?
Yes, that's right. I have to agree with Ms. Bobby when she said that, we see them in the lobby welcoming their families. Not only that, when we have to send, if you remember, during the pandemic, we had to send most of our cruise liners home. And when they have to go back, we have to cater so many cruise line manning. One of them is CF Sharp, and I see myself in one of those women standing there next to their baby, crying, knowing that they're not gonna see this kid for a very long time. 6 months is a long time for a child, so for a mother particularly. So those things really inspires us to really push for the Home for Every Filipino campaign. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. I just want to jump off from what everybody said so far because if I'm not mistaken, I think Savoy and Belmont are the first hotels here in the Philippines to actually gear towards our Filipino migrant. Itong campaign na to is the first of its kind. So can I just ask, what is the inspiration behind this campaign and why did you guys choose to finally cater to our balikbayans? Yes, Ms. Lalette,
Okay.
go ahead.
As I said, this campaign is very, very close to my heart because, as I said also earlier, being an OFW myself, before, I felt what they needed. And I remember every time that, because my job, I work in the hotel overseas, And I remember that every time I go to a hotel, because I traveled a lot, no? I traveled practically all over the world with my job because I was in sales. And I would always look for that feeling of coming home. Alam mo, kahit gaano kaganda ang mga hotels sa Europe at America, at the end of the day, when you come home, gusto mong makakita ng Pinoy. Diba? So, I remember I would always look for a Pinoy in the hotel, and I would always ask front desk, do you have a Filipino working here? And then they would always say, oh yeah, we have. Okay, so I would, go out of my way and really look for that staff or employee just to make me feel na umuwi ako. 'Di ba? So, ganun yung mga stories ko before na I would really want a Filipino to talk to kahit isang gabi lang, 'di ba? Or kahit konting oras, especially pag malayo ka. So, I think it was a connection that you want to see and feel when you come into the hotel, because I've always believed a hotel is a hotel. I mean, it has a room, it has, function rooms, and we've worked in several hotels before. But whenever you come home to a hotel where you know that you're welcome ka, hindi siya masyadong social na hotel, di ba? It's reachable. It's a reachable hotel wherein you can very much relate to the people. Alam mo, maganda kasi sa Belmont at Savoy is, and what I noticed, we talk to each other, no? Meaning to say, kahit front desk siya, kahit concierge siya, kahit waiter siya, kakausapin ka. Because, then and again, we are a Filipino hotel, kaya ramdam namin kung ano ang kailangan ng isang balikbayan at OFW. So this is where the campaign really comes from.
Right, especially coming from a former balikbayan as well. So for sure, you know talaga what it's like and what they need most of all. Does anybody else want to add to that? Miss Bobby? Miss Pebbles, go ahead.
Yeah. While I never experienced being OFW, although I travel a lot, and then yung mga kapatid ko actually OFW, what is unique about this campaign is yung, of course, yung pagod nila, di ba? Working for how many years abroad, and then giving back to their families, yung pinaka-reason what was shared in the video earlier. It is also very timely ngayon na when people stay at a hotel, we're looking for the experience. And ito yung parang, in a way, reward nila sa sarili nila, plus yung sa family na mag-welcome back sa kanila. Na to at least even for a night, after working so long hours of travel, di ba, pagdating, then someone will take care of them naman with their family. Given that, kumbaga, luxury, hindi man ganun ka-social, pero it's more of the connection nga, sabi nga ni Ms. Lolet, wherein they feel they belong, they speak the language, and at the same time, as mentioned earlier, marami sa aming kasamahan sa hotel, both Belmont and Savoy, are actually ex-OFWs. So they can very much relate on the stories, no? So it's really the experience that they will get when they stay with us. So yun yung backing on this Home for Every Filipino campaign.
Right. Thank you so much, Miss Pebbles. Kumaga something familiar to them, di ba? After being abroad for so long. Thank you very much. All right. Now, I know that most of us here on the panel have been a former OFW in Balikbayan before. So, can any one of you maybe share a little bit about